Esperance is a picturesque town nestled on the south coast of Western Australia. Reconnect with nature and explore the beauty of Esperance with its crystal clear waters, the whitest beaches in Australia and contrasting granite outcrops. Visit some of Esperance's local art galleries and meet the artisans inspired by the outback of Western Australia. Esperance is home to Mermaid Leather, Australia's only specialist fish and shark leather tannery, showcasing a collection of unique leather goods. Join a factory tour to get a behind-the-scenes look at how their products, including handbags, wallets and leather accessories, are made. Experience the art of glass at the Section Glass Gallery and Cafe, which houses an extensive range of glass artworks, contemporary glass jewellery and glass giftware. Watch award-winning artists at work and learn the diverse techniques they use to make unique glass objects. Travel west of town along the 38-kilometre Great Ocean Drive loop and discover a host of stunning beaches like Twilight Beach, one of Esperance's most popular. Just 7 kilometres and 7 beaches west of Esperance and scattered with interesting large rock formations, its waters are as inviting as its picturesque surroundings. 110 untouched islands make up the stunning Recherche Archipelago off the coast of Esperance, known locally as the Bay of Isles. Here you can see an amazing diversity of wildlife including sea eagles, Cape Barren geese, dolphins and colonies of sea lions and fur seals, which come here to breed. Get up close on a boat cruise from Esperance or view the islands from above on a scenic helicopter flight. A short boat cruise from the mainland and one of the largest islands of the Recherche Archipelago, Woody Island is a nature lover's paradise. There's plenty of native flora, a variety of wildlife just waiting to be discovered. An A-class nature reserve, Woody Island is the perfect spot to swim or snorkel in crystal clear waters, fish from pristine beaches, or put on your walking shoes to explore the natural surrounds and birdlife. Or you might just prefer to sit back, relax, and enjoy the tranquil settings. One of Esperance's most intriguing attractions is its full-size replica of England's Stonehenge. Constructed using 137 slabs of Esperance pink granite, all the stones are freestanding on concrete plinths. Experience this legendary, mysterious structure without having to travel all the way to the UK. Just a 45-minute drive out of Esperance is one of Western Australia's most spectacular national parks, Cape Le Grand. This pristine park is best known for its stunning coastal scenery and idyllic white sandy beaches. Lucky Bay, known as Australia's whitest beach, is the most iconic. With its turquoise water and perfect swimming conditions, even the kangaroos choose to sunbathe here. Venture beyond the beach and you'll find some excellent walking tracks with breathtaking views of the bay and surrounding islands. Keep an eye out for migrating whales between July and October. For a more adventurous way to see Cape Le Grand National Park, take a four-wheel drive tour along its beaches to explore the magnificent bays and the stunning landscape. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives at Esperance. Our Albany sits on the south coast of Western Australia, and it's widely regarded as one of the most beautiful and diverse coastlines in the world. With a comprehensive whaling, convict and settler history, Albany takes you on an incredible journey back in time and closer to nature. Albany Heritage Park, a 260-hectare parkland reserve in the heart of Albany, offers a unique blend of natural, cultural and historical attractions. From the wonders of wildflowers to Aboriginal European cultural sites, including pre-Federation military installations at Princess Royal Fortress. Pay your respects at the Avenue of Honour and Desert Mounted Corpse Memorial, which stands at the summit of Mount Clarence. And don't miss Apex, Convoy and Padre White lookouts for breathtaking views of the Stirling Ranges, Princess Royal Harbour and King George Sound. The National Anzac Centre is Australia's foremost museum dedicated to honouring the Anzac legend. Set within Albany Heritage Park, the National Anzac Centre opened on November the 1st, 2014, to coincide with the 100th anniversary of the first Australian and New Zealand convoy's departure from Albany. Through interactive multimedia displays, rare images, film and audio commentary, walk in the shoes of the Anzacs on the deeply personal and unforgettable journey. Visit the replica of the Brig Amity for a fascinating insight into the journey the early settlers took from Sydney to establish their new home in Albany. Western Australia's colonial history began with the arrival of the Brig Amity in Princess Royal Harbour in 1826. Step aboard this full-size replica and try to imagine the more than 50 men, together with stores, sheep and pigs, that were crammed on board for the 6-week journey. The old jail and museum offers a fascinating look back to the era of convicts in the mid-1800s. Wander through the cell blocks reading the plaques about the colourful history of the jail and gain an understanding of the difficulties experienced by early settlers. Lastly, stop off at the Patrick Taylor Cottage, the oldest surviving dwelling in Western Australia. Now a museum, the cottage is one of the few examples of architecture of the military regime, and it's a must-see attraction. Take a stroll along Ellen Cove Boardwalk and discover breathtaking views of Princess Royal Harbour. The trail is closed to town and follows the coast for 6 kilometres from Albany Port to Ellen Cove. Stop at the whale watching lookout between May and November to catch a glimpse of migrating humpback and southern right whales, sometimes just metres from the shore. Take some time to indulge in Albany's fine wine, whiskey and local produce. There's a variety of cellar doors to visit for tastings with a range of internationally recognised wines available. Include a stop at the first distillery in WA to produce single malt whiskey, perched on the edge of Princess Royal Harbour. The farmers market that takes place every Saturday transforms the heart of Albany into a bustling marketplace. Wander through the stores, which contain the best local produce, including fresh seasonal fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy and seafood. Tarindup National Park is home to 2 of Western Australia's most spectacular natural wonders, the Gap and the Natural Bridge. And viewing structures along the cliffs allow for sweeping views of the Southern Ocean and the Natural Bridge. Known for its wildflowers that bloom between October and January, the park is also a popular whale watching site between May and October. Just a 20-minute drive from the town centre, it is a must-see on any visit to Albany. 25 minutes from Albany lies Discovery Bay, home to Australia's last operating whaling station, a stunning botanical garden of Australian plants and wildlife display. Guided tours are the best way to take in all the exhibits at the whaling station, as you'll find yourself immersed in the sights and sounds of the restored factory. Outside, come face to face with native wildlife and explore the beauty of the natural flora. An hour and a half west of Albany by road, the world-famous Valley of the Giants treetop walk awaits. Take a bird's eye view of some of the tallest timber giants on Earth, Western Australia's majestic tingle trees. Experience the excitement of walking 40 metres high into the forest canopy and meander through the treetops on a 600-metre walkway. Back on solid ground, take the ancient Empire walk through the grove of giant eucalypts found nowhere else on Earth. Book a day trip and immerse yourself in this truly unique environment. The Shore Excursion Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives in Albany. The southwest of Western Australia is renowned for producing world-class food and wine, but that is just the beginning. As one of the world's biodiversity hotspots, the breathtaking coastal scenery, ancient caves, premium local produce and rolling vineyards set against a backdrop of ocean and forests will simply blow you away. Bunbury and the towns of Busselton, Dunsborough, Margaret River and Augusta, which make up the Margaret River region, all sit waiting to be explored. Bunbury is the central hub of the southwest region. Visit Bunbury's CBD, where specialty boutique stores combine with al fresco dining options. Walk Victoria Street's Cappuccino Strip. Discover Bunbury's history at the Museum and Heritage Centre or through its well-preserved historic buildings around town. With a rich arts and culture scene, you'll discover plenty of public and street art along the way. Bunbury is best known for the pods of wild bottlenose dolphins that regularly visit the shores of Kumbana Bay. And a visit to Kumbana Bay Dolphin Discovery Centre is a great way to learn more about these majestic mammals. Take a dolphin eco cruise to see the dolphins frolicking, playing and feeding. Or for added adventure, swim with these dolphins in their natural habitat. The centre also has an interaction zone where wild dolphins often come and interact with visitors in the shallow waters. Just a short drive from town, Kumbana Bay Dolphin Discovery Centre is not to be missed. For a wider variety of wildlife, visit Big Swamp Wildlife Park, just 5 minutes drive from the CBD. Interact with cockatoos, pat kangaroos, meet a wombat, or even cuddle an emu in this unique wetland reserve that's home to over 70 species of bird, mammals, reptiles and fish. A 25-minute drive inland uncovers the spectacular scenery of Ferguson Valley, where rolling hills and fields form a patchwork-like landscape. While this quaint region is rich in history and charm, it's equally known for its award-winning wineries and boutique breweries. Spend the day hopping between the cellar doors of the local wineries. Don't miss the fairy tale land of Gnomesville, the magical residence of over 3,000 garden gnomes who've migrated here from all over Australia and around the world. It's a truly unique experience for the young at heart. When visiting Busselton, walk the iconic Busselton Jetty, the longest timber pile jetty in the Southern Hemisphere. The jetty stretches 1.8 kilometres across picturesque Geograph Bay. You'll find the underwater observatory at the jetty's end, so be sure to pre-book a tour which allows you to descend 8 metres down to the ocean floor via a spiral staircase to view some of the 300 different marine species that live beneath the jetty. Marvel at the vividly coloured tropical and subtropical corals, sponges, fish and invertebrates, all without getting wet. A short walk from the jetty brings you to Busselton's main street to satisfy all your shopping, dining, arts and cultural needs. The pristine coastline of Geograph Bay sweeps past the coastal towns of Busselton and Dunsborough, extending through to Cape Naturalist. Home to Cape Naturalist Lighthouse and the starting point of the Cape to Cape track, Cape Naturalist provides breathtaking panoramic views of the Indian Ocean, Lewin Naturalist National Park and Geograph Bay's coastline. With ideal beaches for swimming, it's a great location for diving, snorkelling, kayaking and water sports. Browse the boutique shops and enjoy the bustling cafe atmosphere of nearby Dunsborough. or spoil yourself at one of the surrounding award-winning wineries and breweries. Beneath the limestone ridge which forms Cape Naturalist lies the ancient wonders of Nilgi Cave. Discovered in 1899, Nilgi Cave was Western Australia's first tourist attraction and now one of the region's most popular. Uncover a treasure trove of cave formations at every turn, with state-of-the-art lighting illuminating the cave's stalactites, stalagmites, helicities and shawls. Or take part in an Indigenous cultural tour and be mesmerised by a live didgeridoo performance underground. Explore at your own pace on a semi-guided tour or choose your own Nilgi adventure. The Margaret River town and region is renowned for award-winning wine, fresh produce and incredible natural landscapes. Producing 15% of Australia's premium wine, sip world-class wines and get behind the scenes to meet the winemakers at some of Margaret River's best wineries. Join a gourmet food and wine tour or indulge in a degustation meal with sommelier match wines for the ultimate culinary experience. In addition, you'll be spoilt for choice with an array of art galleries, boutique breweries and fresh produce to sample, including cheese, chocolate, fudge and olives. The Margaret River region has something to suit everyone, from fine dining restaurants to beach cafes and everything in between. While you're here, soak up the striking natural surrounds by kayak on the Margaret River itself, or join a guided walking tour on the Cape to Cape track. The track comes to life between August and November when the wildflowers are in bloom, with many plant species found nowhere else on Earth. Augusta is another of the region's hidden gems, and 10 minutes from town is the historic Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse, Australia's tallest mainland lighthouse. Situated at the most southwesterly tip of Australia and overlooking where the Indian and Southern Oceans meet, climb the lighthouse for some amazing views, or take a tour around the grounds and soak up some of the maritime history. It's a great vantage point for whale watching between May and September. Flowing through to Augusta is the Blackwood River, the longest continually flowing waterway in the southwest of Western Australia. Relax on a riverboat while cruising along the unspoilt river and experience the area's lush green forests and unique birdlife. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives at Bunbury, Busselton or Augusta ports.
Hi, how are we doing? My name's Emily. This is the Dome Cafe on Rottnest Island where I am the manager. Today is my day off though, so I think we should saddle up and head off to explore the island a bit. Originally I'm from Glasgow. I came over on a working holiday when I came over here to Rottnest Island for a day trip. I basically didn't want to leave. So the island is only 18 kilometres across. There are no cars allowed on the island. The best way to get around is to cycle. There's lots of different kind of reefs you can see from the different colours in the ocean. There's creatures everywhere and nature is around every single corner. If you're an animal lover like me, then you would love this island. So these little balls of fluff are quokkas. They're native to here. It is called Rottnest Island because Fleming, the guy who discovered it, thought that these were rats, so he called it Rat Nest. Yeah, this is the hardest part of the island to get to. It's also definitely the most natural. It's known as West End or Cape Fleming, and it is the most westerly point on the island. It's also lovely if you get the chance to see a sunset here.
Fremantle Harbour is Western Australia's working port, and it's just a leisurely walk from Fremantle. Its intriguing maritime past is intertwined with a vibrant contemporary culture of food, art and shopping. Fremantle's culture is eclectic and bohemian. The popular Cappuccino Strip is famous for its vibrant restaurant scene, and it's the perfect spot to sit back and enjoy a meal. Or head down to Fishing Boat Harbour for a more casual vibe where restaurants, bars and local breweries await. Step inside the Fremantle markets on any given Friday, Saturday or Sunday and browse through over 150 stalls of fresh local produce, as well as Indigenous and independent arts and products. The best place to gain an insight into this city by the water is the Maritime Museum. Here you can see the winning America's Cup yacht, Australia 2, and learn about Fremantle's rich history as a port and coastal town. The Fremantle Prison is a fascinating way to get a glimpse of the city's history. The building itself is Western Australia's only World Heritage listed building, built by the convicts for the convicts in the 19th century. Prison day tours give an insight into the convict life from yesteryear. Learn about the daring escapes and the colourful characters whose stories are etched into the walls. Fremantle is easy to explore on foot. Take a self-guided tour through some of Fremantle's oldest and most iconic convict-built architecture, as well as Fremantle's famous landmarks. Perth is the capital city of Western Australia and is an easy 35-minute train ride or a leisurely river cruise from Fremantle. With a laid-back beachside atmosphere that meets a buzzing urban culture, there's always something to do in Perth. Its suburbs lie along some of Australia's most beautiful sandy beaches, and the expansive parks and gardens offer a magical view of the city. There are many ways to get around Perth. Take a scenic walk through the parks and city laneways, hire a bike or a Segway and go for a ride along the river, or take a cruise on the Swan River from Fremantle. City bus tours are a great way to check out all that Perth has to offer. Enjoy the view from the open roof double-decker bus and hear commentary on the city as the bus hits all the hotspots. One of Perth's most unique tourist attractions is the Bell Tower, with its 360-degree view of Perth, the Swan River and Kings Park. The bells were gifted to Perth to commemorate Australia's bicentenary in 1988. Stick around to hear the ringing practice at noon on Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays and hear the bells in action. The Perth Mint is one of the city's most popular attractions. It's home to Australia's largest collection of natural gold nuggets, as well as the most valuable coin in the world, the Australian Kangaroo 1-tonne gold coin, valued at more than $50 million. Join one of the hourly guided tours and check out the gold pour demonstrations, where gold is heated to molten temperatures and transformed into gleaming solid gold bars. Perth's cosmopolitan feel is exemplified by its many laneways and rooftops, which are jam-packed with lively cafes, bars and restaurants. With countless pubs, boutique breweries, high-end restaurants and everything else in between, there is something to fit every mood. The shopping doesn't disappoint, with a range of homegrown and international brands available right throughout the city. For breathtaking views of Perth's spectacular city skyline, drive 25 minutes from Fremantle to Kings Park and Botanic Gardens. It's one of the world's biggest inner city parks, and its beauty just about surpasses its size. In September, Kings Park is covered in all the state's species of wildflowers, which add to the already colourful surroundings. Picnics on the picturesque grassy lawns are a great way to spend the afternoon. Walk among the treetops on the Lottery West Federation Walkway. The treetop path, which extends through the gardens, has a suspended walkway among a canopy of tall eucalyptus trees. The Swan River winds its way through the heart of Perth and Fremantle, and it's a great way to see the city. From leisurely sailing cruises to high-speed jet boat rides, There is a number of ways to explore the river's sights and marine life. Enjoy a scenic lunch cruise down the river, or hire a catamaran or kayak and discover the river on a self-guided tour. Cottesloe Beach is one of Perth's most iconic beaches. Its crystal clear waters and consistent waves make it perfect for swimmers, surfers and bodyboarders alike. Its 1.5 kilometres of golden sand is also the perfect place to sit and watch the sun setting over the Indian Ocean. Cottesloe train station is only a 10-minute train ride from Fremantle and a short walk away from the beach. Just outside the city, the action continues. The Swan Valley is 50 minutes from the port by car and is WA's oldest wine region. Home to over 40 different wineries, you can meet the makers at the small family wineries or sample wines from larger vineyards that sell their wine internationally. Wander through the region's Indigenous art galleries and immerse yourself in Indigenous talks, performances, bush tucker sampling and other Indigenous experiences. The Swan Valley also boasts a range of breweries, fine restaurants, distilleries and roadside stalls selling fresh produce. Get up close with some of the state's most unique native animals at Caversham Wildlife Park. Hand feed the kangaroos, touch a possum or lizard, meet a wombat and get your photo taken with a koala. The park is located in the Swan Valley, so it's worth spending a good half day here. Rottnest Island is just a 25-minute ferry ride from the port and it's Perth's own car-free island paradise. Explore the island and discover one of the 63 pristine beaches and turquoise bays which are a snorkeler's dream. The best way to see Rottnest is on bike or via one of the island's bus tours. And don't forget to meet the island's cutest and most famous inhabitant, the quokka, a marsupial only found in Western Australia. For those looking to get in touch with nature, the Shoalwater Islands Marine Park in Rockingham is just a 40-minute drive from the port and contains a rich abundance of marine life. Take a ferry tour around the islands, swim with the dolphins and see penguins and sea lions in their natural habitat. Or experience the island from a completely different perspective on a glass-bottom boat tour. Either way, make sure to spend at least half a day taking all of it in. Visit the pinnacles and take in one of Australia's most awe-inspiring natural landscapes. Made up of thousands of tall limestone spires that tower eerily over the yellow desert sands of Nambung National Park, a trip to the pinnacles is like being transported into another world. It's a 2.5-hour drive from Fremantle following the Indian Ocean Drive. There's coach or four-wheel drive tours available from Fremantle as well. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives into Fremantle.
When we arrived at the pinnacles, it was close to the evening, and we had the evening sun really casting the shadows over all the pinnacles, and it creates such a spectacular view.
I mean, when you get there, it's just this open land, and yet you have these limestones out of the land. The colors were just so varied, like red and orange and yellow. It's like walking on the moon.
With breathtaking beaches and endless blue skies, Geraldton has long been a popular haven for tourists and West Australians alike. This modern city is renowned for its vast range of water-based activities. Experience the nearby Abrolhos Islands and discover Geraldton's intriguing maritime and Aboriginal history along the way. The magnificent HMAS Sydney II Memorial, completed in 2001, has become the country's premier site for honouring the 645 Australian sailors who lost their lives when their vessel was attacked by a German cruiser off the coast of WA during World War II. The memorial itself is extensive and boasts incredible views of the ocean, the city and the ranges. The HMAS Sydney II Memorial is a must-see for anyone visiting Geraldton. Take in Geraldton's history with a trip to the West Australian Museum. Overlooking the Indian Ocean, Geraldton's museum celebrates the rich heritage of the land, sea and people of the region. Enjoy a guided tour through the museum and hear stories of early shipwrecks and the discovery of the HMAS Sydney II, the pride of its fleet. The museum is also a great place to learn about the region's natural landscapes and marine environment. Marvel at St Francis Xavier Cathedral, one of the finest and most intricate works by famed architect Monsignor John Hawes. Construction of the cathedral began in 1916 and it took 22 years to build. Join a guided tour to get the most out of the experience. The striking interior of the building has to be seen to be believed. Follow the journey of the Western Rock Lobster from boat to dinner plate at Fisherman's Wharf. Gain a behind-the-scenes insight into the multi-million-dollar rock lobster industry and why the clear Batavia waters of Geraldton are a haven for this seafood delicacy. There's even an opportunity to hold a live lobster, so make sure to bring your camera. Fisherman's Wharf is only 5 minutes drive out of Geraldton. It is well worth the visit. Iconic to Geraldton is the Point Moore Lighthouse, the oldest surviving Commonwealth lighthouse in Western Australia. The lighthouse is still in operation today and its beam can be seen 26 kilometres out to sea. The view of the crystal blue ocean from this lighthouse is stunning. The red and white stripes provide the perfect backdrop for a photo. For water-related activities, Geraldton is the place to be. Known as the windsurfing capital of the country, with its reliable daily sea breeze, the waters of Geraldton provide perfect conditions. Catch a wave at one of the many beaches, enjoy a leisurely stand-up paddleboard, have a go at kitesurfing, or try your hand at fishing, snorkelling or diving. When it comes to the water in Geraldton, there really is something for everyone. Geraldton has a thriving arts and culture scene with several local galleries in town featuring works from local, national and international artists. This includes a range of local Aboriginal art, large-scale public works along the foreshore, and premium exhibitions at the Geraldton Regional Art Gallery. There's also a rich urban street art presence within the city centre. This adds to the vibrancy and the culture of the town. Just a 20-minute drive south of Geraldton is the town of Greenough. Step back in time and explore this historic settlement with buildings dating back to the 1860s. Or get up and close with Australian wildlife at the Greenough Wildlife and Bird Park. The leaning trees of Greenough have become an icon for the area. Their horizontal trunks, formed due to the strong southerly winds of the region, create what seems to be something from another world. Explore the dramatic landscape of Oakabella Homestead. Surrounded by rolling hills and ancient gorges, the region has a classically Australian landscape. Learn the story of this pioneer settlement turned farm that operates to this present day. Intriguingly, the Oakabella Homestead has been named one of Western Australia's most haunted locations, and people often claim to hear the sound of didgeridoos echoing through the surrounding hills. Just a 30-minute drive from Geraldton, the homestead is a captivating place to visit, both historically and visually. Take an Abrolhos Island scenic flight to view the 122 coral-fringed islands located 60 kilometres to the west of Geraldton. Flourishing with natural wonders, these islands boast an extensive range of spectacular marine life, as well as Australian sea lions, bottlenose dolphins, migrating humpback whales and one of the world's most important sites for seabird breeding. Unique coral formations and the infamous Batavia shipwreck make for fascinating scuba diving and snorkelling. The islands are also home to a thriving crayfishing and pearl farming industry, as well as the oldest surviving building structure in Australia, Webby Hayes Fort. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives into Jordan. Exmouth, located on the northwest cape of Western Australia, is the northern gateway to the Ningaloo Coast World Heritage Area, and it's the perfect base to explore the surrounding natural wonders. Sitting just a stone's throw from Exmouth, the rugged gorges of Cape Range National Park meet the pristine white beaches, clear waters and vibrant coral reefs of the Ningaloo Marine Park. Ningaloo Marine Park protects the world-famous Ningaloo Reef, Australia's largest and most accessible fringing reef. Nowhere else on the planet can you step from the sand into the clearest turquoise water imaginable and be amongst brightly coloured fish of every hue and an abundance of marine life including manta rays, dugongs and sea turtles. A hotspot for diving and game fishing, it's also one of the best places on Earth for a face-to-fin encounter with the biggest fish in the ocean, the whale shark, between mid-March to July each year. Swimming with the ocean's gentle giant is without a doubt one of life's most exhilarating experiences. Glass-bottom boat tours to see Ningaloo Reef may be your preference, to view Ningaloo's spectacular marine life without getting wet, or simply relax on a pristine beach like Turquoise Bay, where you can view fantastic coral gardens brimming with brightly coloured fish just metres from the shoreline. Flaming Head Lighthouse was built in 1912 and stands on the northernmost tip of the Cape Range overlooking beautiful Lighthouse Bay. Due to its location, it's one of the few places in Australia where you can watch the sunrise and set, with spectacular panoramic views over the Indian Ocean and Ningaloo Reef. Be sure to keep a lookout for migrating whales between June and November. With stunning views and an entire bay named after it, it's definitely worth a visit. Cape Range National Park is a spectacular landscape where rugged limestone ranges and breathtaking canyons meet 50 kilometres of pristine beaches. Wildlife is abundant in the area with a variety of birds, echidnas, lizards, emus and wallaroos commonly sighted. Hidden within the safety of the Yardie Creek gorge walls is a colony of rare black-footed rock wallabies. Although these timid creatures come out at night to feed, they can be spotted resting during the daylight hours in the shaded caves and the ledges along the cliff face. Explore the stunning gorges and rich Aboriginal history on a leisurely Yardie Creek boat cruise, or join a guided safari tour to see what Cape Range National Park has to offer. A nature lover's paradise, Cape Range is a truly unique Western Australia outback experience. Take in Exmouth from above with a scenic aerial tour. Enjoy a bird's eye view of Ningaloo Reef, one of the most unique and visually stunning environments that Australia has to offer. A scenic flight is the ideal way to see it all, from canyons to reefs, rugged landscapes with spectacular waters to the amazing array of colours and wildlife that thrive below. Book your seat for a visual sensation in what are some of the best flying conditions in Australia. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives in Exmouth. Renowned as the friendliest town in the Pilbara region of Western Australia, Port Hedland is incredibly rich in Aboriginal culture and history, as well as amazing marine life. As one of the world's largest tonnage ports, Port Hedland is the heart of the Pilbara's iron ore and resources industry and the powerhouse of the Australian economy. The main CBD of Port Hedland is where the town's history can be discovered. With the Silver Star Cafe, an iconic cafe and restaurant housed inside a silver 1920s rail carriage, the old Port Hedland Courthouse, now converted into an art gallery and store, and the old Port Hedland Medical Quarters, now home to Dome Cafe. You'll truly get a sense of what Port Hedland was like in its early pioneer days. A guided tour of these historical spots is a great way to kick off your Port Hedland experience. Housed in a charming cottage that dates back to the early 1900s, Dalgety House Museum is one of the few remaining examples of early 20th century architecture in Port Hedland. Displays within the museum tell the story of Port Hedland's early development and rich history as a pastoral town with a thriving pearling trade. Just a short walk from the historic town centre, Dalgety House Museum is a must-see for its colonial charm. Join a BHP Billiton iron ore tour and learn about an industry that has placed Australia firmly on the map of the global economy. Witness everything from the trains that transport the ore from Newman to Port Hedland, to the enormous bucket wheel reclaimers and conveyors that load their multi-million-dollar cargo onto ships bound for developing countries all around the world. BHP Billiton Iron Ore's Nelson Point facility gets you up close to this mining giant's operations, and it's an experience not to be missed. Take a 15-minute drive from the heart of town and discover the Spinifex Hill Studio, home to a local Aboriginal artist collective. Take time to chat with the artists, learn about their country and explore their ancient culture with them. Perhaps even take a piece of Aboriginal art home with you. In the west end of town, between cafes and the Courthouse Art Gallery, some of the world's best and most recognised street artists have translated their skills to the outback, producing a unique integration of public art with the natural landscape, which can be viewed on walking tours throughout town. The Port Hedland Courthouse Gallery is renowned for its contemporary exhibitions, and it's the perfect location to gain an insider's view of the Pilbara region. The gallery space is complemented with a lovely retail area where you can pick up a range of Australian artisan gifts and homewares. Kumbana Lookout, 5 minutes by car from town, is an ideal location for a photo, to spot marine wildlife or simply enjoy the view as light dances across the ocean at sunset. Watch the comings and goings of ships at the port with Port Hedland's unique natural environment as a backdrop. For a few months each year, Port Hedland's beaches become home to hundreds of flatback turtles. Nesting season is between October and January, with turtles hatching between December and March. Take a walk along the high tide line on Cemetery Beach and look for the fresh and emerging turtle tracks, or take a guided walk with Care for Hedland Environmental Association most mornings during hatchling season to view the young hatchlings. Port Hedland is one of only a few places in Western Australia where you can view the breathtaking Staircase to the Moon, a natural phenomenon that only occurs in the northwest of Australia. Between March and October each year, when the full moon rises and reflects off exposed mudflats at extremely low tide, it creates a beautiful optical illusion of stairs reaching to the moon. Take the opportunity to visit Port Hedland's favourite artisan market. The West End Markets brings the very best locally handmade products, delicious international cuisine and family-friendly entertainment to the community. Friendly faces are abound at the cruise ship community markets, located in the Gallery Gardens. These markets are a special opportunity to meet some of the locals, enjoy a refreshing homemade treat and pick up a keepsake or two from your time in Port Hedland. Pop into the visitor centre nearby. The staff would love to share more of Port Hedland's secrets with you. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives into Port Hedland. The exotic purling port of Broome is a town of stunning contrasts and landscapes. Nature has blessed Broome with 22 kilometres of beautiful white sand and turquoise water at Cable Beach, Broome Pearl Farms, striking Pindan red cliffs and unique ancient boab trees. Broome is a melting pot of cultures and cuisine, creating an alluring mix of historic sites and fusion flavours. Chinatown is Broome's main shopping strip. Once a bustling hub of pearl sheds, billiard saloons and opium dens, Chinatown is now home to fine pearl showrooms, retail outlets and a blend of sidewalk cafes and restaurants serving Asian fusion cuisine. Wander past the shop fronts displaying a distinct mix of Asian and colonial architecture. Read the plaques along the way that tell the tale of Broome's early days when the discovery of the largest pearl shell in the world, the Pinctada maxima, more commonly known as the mother of pearl shell, put Broome on the map. Visit pearl luggers and take a journey through Broome's pearling heritage. See two of Broome's last remaining wooden pearling luggers and have the opportunity to taste pearl meat. Don't miss Signet Bay's Pearl Showroom to see the world's largest fine quality round pearl harvested at Signet Bay, Australia's oldest operating pearl farm. Stop by Sun Pictures. It's the oldest open-air picture garden in the world that continues to screen films to this day. Although it's been restored over the years, it still retains much of its original character, capturing the essence of old Broome. You'll also find the longest-running Indigenous art gallery in Chinatown, with traditional and authentic artworks available for purchase. Right in the heart of Broome, make sure Chinatown is on your list for shopping, dining, history and its multicultural ambience. Roebuck Bay is famous for the thousands of migratory birds that visit its shores each year. It's also a prime viewing spot to witness the staircase to the moon. Don't miss the award-winning microbrewery, Matzo's Broome Brewery, to sample their extensive range which includes ginger, mango or lychee beer. With a number of restaurants close by, some with views across the bay, indulge in some Kimberley local produce, including threadfin salmon, barramundi or a fresh mango cocktail while you're here. With uncrowded, pristine white sand and clear, warm tropical waters, Cable Beach is renowned as one of the world's most beautiful beaches. Earning its name from the telegraph cable laid between Broome and Java in 1889, a camel ride is a magical way to witness a Cable Beach sunset. Sitting high astride a camel as the sun sets over the turquoise water of the Indian Ocean, soak it all in, one incredible rhythmic step at a time. Located just 10 minutes by bus from town, this iconic Broome experience is truly unforgettable. A short 10-minute drive from town and adjoining Cable Beach to the south, Ganthian Point is well known for its extreme beauty, where deep red rugged rocks are in stark contrast to the impossibly blue Indian Ocean. Dinosaur footprints over 130 million years old are famously banded into the rocks of the reef below and can be seen at low tides. Plaster cast replicas have been embedded into the rocks at the top of the cliff at Ganthian Point if the tide's not in your favour. For a little more adventure, a tour by hovercraft to view the perfectly preserved tracks is highly recommended. Head to Willie Creek Pearl Farm, 38 k's north of Broome, to learn about production of the rare and beautiful Australian South Sea cultured pearl. Perfectly situated on the protected tidal estuary of Willie Creek, take a tour of this award-winning pearl farm and discover the detailed process of today's modern pearling industry, from the seeding of an oyster to the final products on display in their showroom. Handcrafted jewellery and loose pearls are also available for purchase for those who want to treasure a piece of the Kimberley. Take to the skies for a bird's eye view of Broome and its breathtaking surrounds. Scenic fixed wing and helicopter flights are available from Broome, Cable Beach and nearby Willie Creek Pearl Farm. Spoil yourself and fly further afield to the untouched paradise of the Buccaneer Archipelago, a group of 1,000 pristine islands northeast of Broome. Huge tides here create a rare and unique natural wonder known as the Horizontal Falls, the only horizontal waterfalls on Earth. Make a day of it and include a stopover at Cape Leveque, located on the tip of the Dampier Peninsula, renowned for its spectacular coastline. The Shore Excursions Desk offers a range of tours to book before the ship arrives in Broome.
How can the colour blue be a feeling? Well, it's hard to describe, but it is. You see, it's different down here. The air just has more life in it. Sounds touch you, and the light fills you up somehow. Yeah, it's a place that stays with you. And sometimes, if you're lucky, it stays forever. Because Australia isn't just a place you see, it's a place you feel.
You've seen it all before, till you found something more. Breathe it in and let it fill your heart. It's like love, yeah. Cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in your lungs, so stay. For the first time, it'll all make sense, you know. Yeah, you know. It's like love, cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in, your lungs will stay. It's like love. For the first time, it'll all make sense. You know it. It's like love. Cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. And your lungs will stay.
Australia isn't just a place you see, it's a place you feel.